Right guys, here we are, Woodchester Mansion. We finally made it. It's been on the team's list for so long and it is, well, a pleasure to be here and we're finally going to be investigating it tonight. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on the history of the place. So initially, it was owned by the Ducey family and then sold to William Lee in about 1845, and then he spent the next 16 years or so trying to renovate the place up to make it into a grand country house. With limited success. The building is largely still unfinished. Basically, it turned into a giant money pit, and that's why it's in the state today. Numerous people have tried to take it over since then, and again, met with limited success. It's currently owned by Woodchester Mansion Trust, who are doing their best to upkeep the building, and they're repairing the roof. And it's also a very important habitat for a colony of spiders, apparently, in the cellars, and also for horseshoe bats, I think. And they've got their own little enclosure at the front of the mansion. So yeah, after William Lee left, he couldn't afford it anymore, and he obviously passed on. The site had numerous owners, and it was used in the Second World War for a US hospital. And there are several reported deaths out on the lake outside the property, involving a pontoon bridge, and several soldiers fell into the lake and drowned. And it's rumoured that some of the hauntings here are tied to the spirits, and some evidence has been caught by other teams of American soldiers coming through. Other spirits include shadow people in the kitchen area, or think maybe the cellars. There is an Irish ghost basically singing Irish songs, etc. So it'd be interesting if we can encounter that person. So yeah, I'm just going to film some pickup shots now. This is the second version of this walkthrough. The first one I tried to walk and talk, but I had to switch between night vision and my torch, and I almost ended up killing myself. Joys. Stay tuned, folks. So we're going to work up the stairs into the bare reaches of the chapel. William Lee, the main renovator of this property, he was a devout, I think, Catholic, don't quote me on that mind, and so this area is called the chapel, and what if it doesn't give it away beforehand, you just take a look at that ornate window which you see across from us. So up we go to the first floor of the mansion. There's lots of steps up here, folks, so it's very easy to trip over, as I nearly did doing the first version of this walkthrough video. So that is the main entrance. Come on, camera, focus on me. Here we are in the south corridor on the first floor. And it's a very unfinished state, as you can see. Vaulted ceiling. The top of, we can see, which is a rare sight. You don't normally get to see the top end of a vaulted ceiling. But if you have a look above, dereliction. There probably was another floor meant to be there. I mean, the supports and everything else is there. They just never got around to building it. And then that's down into the main banquet hall type area. You can just make out the table in shot there. Now, up in this area of the mansion, allegedly, and I say allegedly, whoops, I saw my torch out. Behave, right. Allegedly, there's sightings of a shadow person who likes to peek around corners, and when people have gone to find him, he's disappeared. So will we encounter that person tonight? And the ghosts of this place are meant to be very elusive. They don't like people being here at all, so they'll be very quiet. It's an old version of an ensuite bathroom. A toilet not plumbed in. We won't be using that this evening. So if we go up to the second floor, some chairs up here. Be good to do a lone vigil. And that's going down to the private apartments. There are people living here, so we have to be respectful of that when we do investigate in later on. And that's looking down into the room we were just in, with the vaulted ceiling. And the scaffolding outside, that's to make sure the roof is waterproof. Okay. So let's go back down to the first floor.
No. Sure, and so we don't have to connect this to daisy chain.
Here we are, having some issues at the moment with the cameras, because this is a massive location. We just haven't got the length to put the cameras in the places we want to. So this is obviously a bathroom. Come on, camera, behave yourself. There you go. Carved out of stone. And then you've got the ornate decorations there on the bathtub. Ensuite fireplace. Probably this shell would cost over 100 grand the way prices are at the minute. So the architect Benjamin Bucknell designed most of this. In a Victorian Gothic kind of style. So let's go up one more time to the clock tower. See, it is like a rabbit warren. You do have to be mindful of where you're going, because I get to see people getting lost here. So okay, so if we descend the stairs back to the ground floor. As I say before, this place is now owned by Woodchester Mansion Trust, who are doing their best to maintain the building. Let's turn off night shot a second. There we go. And obviously doing repairs to the roof, looking after the bats, etc. This is the scullery. from night vision mode again. Obviously you would have done all the cooking and cleaning for the house. And I'm trying to think, obviously it was lived in at some point, but how much use did this kitchen actually get? And there's a lot of what you see in here, is it just for show? And what I mean is there any history tied to those objects by the people who lived here or died here? So one of those questions we may be answering tonight, folks. And this is the actual scullery itself, where they would have hung meat, come on, from the rafters there, because this is very cold in here. And there would have been more place for storage there, a niche probably for candles, for candlelight. So let me come out here. Ignore the beeping, that's to do with an intruder alarm that's gone off. So yeah, this is the blacksmith's workshop. When I say blacksmith, the mason's room. And all their tools there where they would have obviously crafted some of the stone, some of the gargoyles that we've seen in some of the amazing stonework that is at Woodchester Mansion. So I would take you outside, but it's too dark even for night vision to pick up. So I think that's going to wrap it there, guys. So apologies for the quality of the footage, but I do hope that you did enjoy this video. Turn that on, turn night shade off. There we go. We're about to get into it, folks. Stay tuned for the video.